Today on the rural project we're going to drag down that branch that's already fallen and we're going to drop the rest of that old dead tree. Hi, I'm Chris and you're watching the rural project. So if this is your first time viewing, welcome to the channel. If you're a return viewer, thanks for rejoining me. We've got a good busy day ahead of us today. So the first thing I'm going to do, we'll get the PPE on, get the chainsaw out, and we'll go along this tree. As you can see, half of it has already fallen. So as you can see there is not much left holding up this second half. So we'll just take some of that holding wood out of there, drop that to the ground, and then drag it down the hill. And a lot of these branches, they're just going to get cut off, thrown down the hill up near the car there, and then we'll drag this main trunk down the hill. We'll stick a chain on it and bring the excavator in and drag it down. I think I'll be able to pull a large portion of this down by just grabbing the chain off without having to knock off all the branches. So we'll give that a try to start with. What that'll do is that'll save me having a heap of branches up here which I have to now get down the hill. So the more of them I can drag down in one go and process on the flat down there, the less work I've got to do. And not that I'm lazy, but the less work that I've got to do, the better as far as I'm concerned. Right, let's get the gear on and get this thing dragged down. Okay, let's scoot up that hill now and get log number 2. Woohoo! The whole lot's coming down. Right, well that is certainly the way that you do this. It's so much easier than dragging it down piece after piece after cutting it up there. The joys of having an excavator, certainly making life easier. Capstan winch is good, but if you can get the excavator on it, that's even better. Right, what I just need to do though is have a look at what I was doing. This is a long branch and the other end of it was almost in the car. So I'm grabbing hold of it there to try and move it around. This is one long branch. I was getting very close to skewering that either through the sidewall of the tyre. I know at one point when I looked it was just popping underneath here. So you can see some of those marks there where it just started to touch the metalwork. So luckily it's not done any damage by the looks of things. That was just luck. Right, what I think I'm going to do, I'll grab the chainsaw and we'll buck this down into a couple of long lengths, get this area cleared a little bit, and then we'll drop the second one. What a beautiful day, look at the blue sky. You can actually see, I don't know if you can see it on camera. If you can't, well the moon is just there and it is 11:15 in the morning. I'll tell you what, this is some seriously solid wood. It's great. A lot of the stuff obviously I cut, you get good pieces and bad pieces, and I do get a fair bit of rot in the middle because the trees have been down for so long. This tree feels absolutely solid so far. All the branches I've taken down have been very heavy, very dense, no rot in them, so fingers crossed we'll get some great firewood out of this. Alright, we're getting through this stuff pretty good. It is seriously solid wood, like I said. I'm really impressed with it. Super dry, starting to crack down the middle there because of how dry it is. So I know that it's been dead standing for 5 years. How long it's been dead before then, I've no idea. There, this is super dry. This is awesome. Right, let's get some more of these logs lifted in the excavator, get them booked to length, get myself a nice little pile around ready for splitting. Okay, it's time to take down the rest of the dead standing tree now. I think all I'm going to do with the section on the right, the trunk on the right, I'll just start cutting into that, and I reckon with all that lean, that lean's pretty extensive, as you can see. There's only one way this is going to go, and once it's down, we'll grab the chains and drag it back down the hill. Okay, quite uneventful, which is what we like, but it's on the ground, and I could tell by the way that came down. That's a big solid lump. Right, I'll tidy up this stump because I'll be dragging the trunk over the top of that, and then we'll get the chains on and see if I can get this dragged down. First of all, see if I've got enough length of chain to get it down there. Right, I have cut a lot of wood. What I'm going to do now, still got obviously a bit more cutting to do, but I'm going to do a bit of a tidy up. So I'm going to grab all the scrap and the waste pieces, the stuff that'll just go through the chipper. Just going to drop them in this area here, and then I'm going to build one of my temporary wood stores all along there and start putting these rounds in. I think this calls for a little bit of time lapse. Well, I think the hot weather has got the better of me now. It's 37 degrees. I'm struggling in this heat now, so I'm going to call it for today, but I think I've got on really well. There's not a huge amount left to do. We've got one wood store there, temporary wood store, filled right to the top. I haven't put the lid on it yet. I've moved so many of the big rounds in front of it, they've still got to be sort of split down a little bit. A bit too big to sort of start putting in a store right now. A few more rounds still to move. And there's a pile of logs there that just need booking to length. There's a few rounds underneath, not a huge amount left. Yep, I think we'll call it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Really do appreciate you watching and appreciate the positive comments. Right, stay tuned because there'll be more coming up on the rural project in the future.